The Hear All About It project is aimed at increasing awareness of resources for New Yorkers who access information in a non-traditional way. Members of Team Accessibilitators are team leader Sharon Phillips, Stephanie Barrett, Amy Hebner, and mentor Liz Hood.
19% of the U.S. population has some disability, some of which would qualify one for talking book services. 2% of New York's population, or about 370,000 people, have vision difficulties. Nationwide, about 400,000 individuals and institutions are registered for talking book services.
New York has 27,000 talking book registered borrowers in its two talking book libraries, Andrew High School Braille and Talking Book Library in Manhattan, and New York State Talking Book and Braille Library in Albany. Andrew High School Library serves New York City and Long Island, and Albany serves the remaining 55 New York counties. There are three categories of eligibility for talking book services: blindness or visual impairment, physical disability preventing one from holding a book, such as arthritis, Parkinson's disease, or cerebral palsy, or a reading or learning disability, such as severe dyslexia. The New York State Library's Talking Book and Braille Library is part of a network of 55 regional libraries, 36 sub-regional libraries, and 14 advisory and outreach centers serving the United States, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Guam. Funding for the materials and players comes from the Library of Congress. Talking Book and Braille Library registered borrowers have access to over 50,000 titles in a variety of formats such as audio, downloadable audio, Braille, and downloadable Braille. Materials available are similar to what one might find in a large public library. Magazine titles are available in audio and Braille format and include a wide variety of subjects such as technology, health, and sports. Book titles include science fiction, mysteries, biographies, romance, cookbooks, crafts, science and health, and more.
Customers also call in for information on a variety of topics. Customers have asked for the NASCAR schedule in Braille, audiobooks on estate planning, the U.S. citizenship test in audio format, and a Braille book on learning Latin, among others. The two talking book libraries in New York State receive 3,600 to 4,000 calls per month. The ultimate goal is to register individuals for talking book services and raise awareness of other related services. In order to link people to services, talking book libraries will enlist the assistance of libraries and library systems. The talking book libraries, library systems, and libraries can work together to promote services and enhance access to information. Library systems reach out to their member libraries to promote services. New York has three types of library systems: public library systems, school library systems, and reference and research library resources councils. Over 25 library systems in New York, or over 34%, are registered for talking book services. Library systems work with their member libraries to provide special outreach and literacy services, access to books and materials in print and non-print formats from the talking book libraries, and access to electronic resources. The New York State Library will train library systems on talking book eligibility categories, services available, sign-up procedures, and other related services. Training will be done through webinars and/or in-person training. Library systems will be provided with toolkits for member libraries. Over 140 public libraries in New York, or over 18%, are registered for talking book services. Libraries refer patrons to other services when available library materials do not meet patrons' needs. After being trained by library systems, libraries will reach out to Veterans Administration offices, senior centers, assisted living facilities, medical professionals, and many others. These agencies can be registered for talking book services and often work with people who are eligible for services.
Libraries also need to be aware that many other resources exist to assist patrons. Libraries can provide accessible hardware and software for their public access computers. Examples of assistive technology include large print software, screen readers, refreshable braille keyboards, and electronic scanning and reading software. The Broadband Technology Opportunity Program provided accessible technology to many libraries throughout New York State. Online services include Newsline, Bookshare, Novel New York, and various mobile apps. Many of these services include an audio option for accessing the text on the page. BARD, the Braille and Audio Reading Download Service, is a service administered by regional libraries but maintained by the National Library Service. It includes a growing collection of nationally and locally produced downloadable materials, including fiction, nonfiction, and audiobooks, electronic braille, foreign language materials, magazines, and music. Many libraries also have large print books. Placing information about talking book services in large print books is one way to promote these services. Customers who use large print books may eventually transition to talking book services as their needs change. We hope this project will connect people to books, magazines, and reading, increase their access to information of all types, and improve their quality of life. Talking book libraries, library systems, and libraries can work together to make this happen.